And we are live. Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. This is the Eradicator, and today, well, how is everybody doing today? I see that Starman is here. How are you doing, Starman? Nice to see you today. We've got a couple of more people too as well, so welcome. Just getting started here. I know it can be a little bit early for some people around the world, and it can also be very late for other people around the world. I know that my time zone is not fantastic. I live in Taiwan right now. It's 3 p.m. I've got about 2 hours for you guys to dedicate to you guys, and I thought, you know what are we gonna talk about today? What is going to be today's video? And it's just that I had nothing to talk about today. You know, I was like, man, you know, it has been really quiet. There's been no Evo Caddy patches. There's no news. Where's the letter from the chairman? You know, we've had 300 million. I was gonna say Alpha UC. We've had $300 million of pledges, and there's been no letter from the chairman too. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna do something different today. Today we are going to go to Spectrum, and we're going to just discuss all together the latest hot topics of Spectrum, and maybe we'll just, you know, write answers all together. I know that I'm not a big fan of Spectrum, and Spectrum's probably not a big fan of me either, but I thought that it would be great if we could just, you know, write together what those answers could be. We've got some more people. Stéphane Bonman is here. So welcome. Eugène Leroux is also here. Nice to see you, Eugène. Christian is also here. Azim Preta, Taiwan #1, he says. Salut from Blue Raven. And that's how waiting for patch feels, says Arcade Alchemist. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly how they feel. So, well, first of all, let's get started. Let's get straight into Spectrum. It looks like we're gonna start here with questions needed for vehicle flight experience, targeting, and turrets. So I don't know, it seems like this is gonna be for an upcoming Insight Star Citizen, or at least for an incoming Star Citizen Live, I suppose. So here are a few guidelines here that we can check together. The question should be relevant to the topic, only replies to the OP, keep it succinct, do not direct a question to a specific developer. Well, of course, right? It's very early, dude, says Arcade. Yeah, it's very early for you, I know, right? I'm so sorry about this. No pictures, no violating, and have fun. So maybe I think that people are already asking questions about the AI blend NPCs. You know what? I want to know that as well. So we're gonna add a vote for this. How can non-VTOL ships except to hover be started? You know what? I'm going to also add this as well. People are asking questions about love benefits can have VTOL ships. There you go. This is also added. I'm just putting the questions that I like at the same time. But I think that maybe we could ask a question about, I don't know what you guys think. Should we ask a question about agent smithing, which is a very good question, or should we ask a question about maybe the ability to hire NPCs, but people have already done that, right? So, or maybe about turrets here, flight vehicle experience, targeting, and turrets. Maybe, you know what, here's what I'm gonna do here. So let's ask a question here. Are the devs aware that right now there are no real incentive to be crewmen, to be a crewman? For example, group mission payouts are way too low, and what do the devs to make it more attractive? I think that this is a chat that we should have as well, and that's something that I haven't seen in the various questions. So boom, that's gonna be the question here for Star Citizen Lives. For Star Citizen Live, I think that the problem right now with turret, and this is something that people have also been talking about for quite some time, is that there is no incentive right now to be a crewman. It's very difficult as a big ship owner. It is very difficult to find people who are willing to be paid and be crew for it, because they say, hey, you know, why would I be in your turret for 20,000 alpha UEC and it's gonna take me 20 minutes and I could make twice that money by trading. I could make more money by doing ECN missions, bounty hunting missions. So we need to find missions that require crews, because let's say you need a big ship, but at the same time you don't have enough firepower if you're the only pilot to do those missions. And when you share those missions, don't have the overall payout as 10,000 or even 20,000 alpha UEC per mission. It's not good enough. Not good enough. Enzo says, your question is missing a verb. Really? Are the devs aware? Oh, it's not missing a verb. It's missing a letter here. That right now there are no real incentive to be a crewman, and that oh yeah, and what should the devs what should the devs do? That was a terrible question. What should the devs do to make it more attractive? Thank you so much, Enzo. Thank you so much. Yeah, right. Thank you. Well, anyway, technical difficulties here, but there we go. That's why I love doing this with you guys, because you guys are awesome and you're always helping me out. All right. Well, I think that this is an interesting debate. But anyway, let's have a look here at some of the latest topic. There's just a little topic. So let's see what this guy says here. That's a very interesting. Guys blows me. I liked it, by the way. Guys blows me up with X amount. Hey, Board Gamer is here. Board Gamer, how are you doing, sir? Nice to see you here. Big payouts for missions that require more people. Harder missions in general will be good. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's, by the way, Board Gamer, shout out to Board Gamer, because when I had my skin cancer last year, Board Gamer was very, very nice to me. He sent some very nice words in the chat, and I really, really appreciated that. So, man, if you're still here, if you're still watching, I have to tell you that I really appreciate you, man, and I've been spreading the word. But anyway, let's check out what these guys are saying here. So, guys blow me up with X amount of worth of cargo loss. He gets a bounty, gets caught, goes to jail, so he owes me money now, right? Where's my money? That's an interesting topic here. He said he stole he stole from me because X worth of damage. Where's my money? Someone walks up to your fruit. But here's the thing. He is in prison, yeah, for sure. But unfortunately, there is no ship insurance right now. And this is something that, is it me, or I think that can you insure your cargo when you are playing Elite Dangerous? When you play Elite Dangerous, you can definitely insure your ship, but I also don't think that you can insure your cargo. And I think that this would be an interesting thing to do as well, if cargo should be will have eventually the opportunity to be insured. So I don't know what you guys say, what we should say to this guy here, but should we say that either he should hire an escort? But we just mentioned that before, guys. Hiring an escort is not easy. Hiring an escort is difficult. People don't want to be paid 10,000 alpha UEC for 20 minutes for a cargo run. It's not something that's attractive for most people. Or should CIG try to implement some kind of cargo insurance in the future? That would be something that could be worth mentioning. Or are NPC escorts going to be a thing in the future? So here's what we're gonna say to this man here. I think that right now trading is very risky, but in the future, in the future there will be it will be possible. In the future, it will be possible to hire NPC crews to help. Right now, it's not attractive to crew ships and escort traders. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. And it really is a problem. It really is a problem right now. CIG needs to find better incentives. Either trade should be more profitable. That's also a possibility. Or maybe there should be a way to insure cargo too, at the cost of a percentage. Maybe it would cost 10% or 20% of the cargo, but that could also be interesting too. And maybe the more you get, I would say, the more you use that trade insurance over a certain period of time, the more expensive the premium would be, perhaps. That could also be something worth discussing too. That's the problem. Having some kind of cargo insurance would be the solution. I hope that CIG thinks about it one day. All right. Of course, guys, if you have also answers for those questions or those problems here, I would love to read what you guys have to say in the chat. Anyway, boom, this is answered. Now let's see what else those guys are. I saw some very interesting. There you go. Right, this is exactly what we were talking about. We'll go into this this thread here from Tesseract, which I read earlier this morning, and I thought it was a very interesting debate here. Players aren't sustainable crewmen. Let's have a look at that here. There seems to be a misconception that players are neatly packed and priced products sold on supermarkets that you can pick up before doing trade runs, when one has an hour or two to play after coming home from work or swapping desktop, blah, 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 blah. One could argue that these neatly... I like how he wrote that. That's brilliant. That's brilliant writing here, Tesseract. One could argue that these neatly priced products are going to be adjusted to a fair and reasonable level by Quanta, but players still have other motivational considerations other than pricing. That's true. So, whenever a pirate says you need to hire an escort or a gunner, it's like they are saying F to you. Because the amount of money that is required to turn someone into a MacGuffin needs to exceed their own financial capacity. Yeah, that's exactly what we mentioned before. A normal combat pilot can earn 10,000 Alpha UC every 5 minutes if they stack their authorized execution warrants right with ECNs. That's true. Just ECNs, by the way. ECN missions right now around Hurston give a payout of 10,000 Alpha UC. So that's exactly how it is right now. A lot of Star Citizens own Caterpillars. Try having them to be your gunner or escort for 10,000 Alpha UC per 5 minutes. Might as well be a contractual prepaid ransom without guarantee for safety. It will be cheaper to pay pirates protection money than hire other players to be your B in their free time, blah, blah, blah. So, let's say you found a snowflake. Come on, that's right. It's not snowflake. Sometimes people enjoy. Hey, this is a little bit negative here. There's a little bit of negativity here. Hey, Tomato, how are you? There's a little bit of negativity here. Some people enjoy being crewmen from time to time. A lot of people who crewed for me have said, "Hey, Rad, I'm so bored. I'm tired of doing missions. Can I fly with you?" And we just, we're just in the ship. We chat. Eventually, maybe there's a little, pirate interdiction. He gets into the turret, shoots a few shots, and then comes back to the cockpit to chat. And I pay the guy, and that's it. Some people are like that too. So, people can... so, let's say you found someone who wants to experience multi-crew Starship for the first time, or occasionally. You will have the following problems, and that's a very good list of problems here. Hey, the Doctor. Crew can require up to 10 minutes to travel to you. Oh, sometimes more. Sometimes, I have people from my Discord channel say, "Hey, Rad, I saw you play. I want to join you." Okay, that's great. Where are you? Oh, I'm at Lowville. Oh, no, I'm at Port Olisar, Up to 10 minutes, but if that guy is at New Babbage, that takes even longer, right? If he owns a ship with enough fuel to get that far, Agent Smithing is currently in the air. That would be a great thing. I know that it would be not realistic to have Agent Smithing, but it would be very convenient though. Or maybe the player has less time to play with you. They can get disconnected. That's true. They can get a 30K error, or they can get a crash to desktop as well. It requires a lot of logistical effort to get back after a 30K until iCache server mission becomes in. That's true. Very often, you are in a server. The server is full with only a limit of 50 players, and that's impossible. You get your crewman back. Or maybe they won't always play the same time as you, so you can't build a rapport where they are trustworthy enough to play inside your ship. That's also true. The crew isn't invested in your ship because it's not their ship. That is also a problem. I've seen that many times. They can go AFK for 5 minutes, smoke, and get paid 10,000 for that. Yep, I have to admit, I've done that too before. I've been hired. I've been hired to be a crewman, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom very quick, and then I come back, everything is okay. We've arrived. Hey, Rad, we've arrived. And it's like, oh, cool. And escorts can double cross you or sell you out. Yeah, that's also true. So this isn't going to make it easier to make people richer. NPCs need to be good enough and effective and affordable enough, and not be prepaid ransom. Yeah, so these are these are very good points here that Tesseract here is making in this thread about players not being sustainable, and but at the same time, I think that you are right in a certain way. However, this is where we're going to contrast this. However, I also think that we could say that hiring human crewmen is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. For example, if you own a constellation, or gosh, my typing is so terrible, or a freelancer max, your profits are not going to be high enough to sustain a crew. That's the thing, right? However, let's say, for example, if you have a caterpillar and you make a profit of 100 alpha UEC per run, which is not a lot, by the way. It's really not a lot. You can pay up to 20%. That's what I do. 20% of the profit per staff, and still keep a good share. Let's say if you have 2 to 3 staff in your ship. Hey Mike, how are you doing today? So I think that it really depends on the ship too, and that's the problem. I think that it also limits sustainable multi-crew to people who spent more money in bigger ships, and that's where people complain that there's sometimes a certain paywall in Star Citizen, and that could be an example of what a paywall could be in Star Citizen, unfortunately, right? Because it's only people who have the bigger ships with the bigger hulls who can make enough profit to then be able to have crewmen, like Caterpillar owners, and to a certain extent maybe Karak owners as well. So yeah, that would be the answer here. Boom. Arcade says, criminals should be able to salvage ships, but the risk of salvage means law enforcement comes and someone who got owned by a criminal has the chance to go back and secure the cargo. I agree with you, Arcade. I agree with you, but the problem is that right now we don't have salvage mechanics. But as soon as we got salvage mechanic, I think that you are onto something here, and it would be something very fun to do. Good question here, by the way, by Icolo8800. What does 07 means? 07 means this. You see, so O is the head and 7 is the head, so 07. Now, Icolo 8800, I've got to tell you, man, that until last year, I also didn't know what 07 meant, so don't feel bad about it. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Oh my goodness. Here's another topic here, guys. Here's another topic, the very hot topic. Another week, another Squadron 42 thread. What are we talking about Squadron 42 here? Are we talking about the Squadron 42 video? I think that we're going to talk about the Squadron 42 video here. Link to the thread I posted last week. Okay, so I just want to keep the topic at the forefront since the issue has not been resolved. Oh, someone here, this man here, Corendian, not happy here about Squadron 42. A full week has gone since I posted that first thread, and we still haven't heard anything except an update video is coming soon. Can we please get some info, not on the state of the video, because honestly, no one cares about the video at this point, but the latest on what is being worked on the game itself. I know that there's a monthly report coming this week, which is great, but we could use more regular updates, which you said you would give us. Why are we not getting regular weekly updates on the game? What gives? Can anyone please give some insight on why the transparency on Squadron 42 has been so lacking over the last year? Yeah, he's right about this. He's not entirely wrong. He's not entirely wrong. And what is being done to rectify the situation? A video that takes a full month to edit, reshoot, whatever, is not a step in the direction of transparency. So a more general answer, plans on more regular updates. This is what I'm hoping here. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So we all know that that CIG likes to keep secrecy regarding Squadron 42 because they are afraid of spoilers. Yeah, they're afraid of spoilers, but at the same time, they can always, do some, redacted stuff, right? Maybe they can just say that this is redacted, or they can carefully select specific updates. Like, for example, I really liked it when we had this update about the comms array, the Acedo comms array. I think that it was very interesting. But yeah, 07 is the most crying thing I hear when YouTubers say it when they are on camera. Enregistreur, come on. So, we all know that CIG likes to keep secrecy regarding Squadron 42 because they are afraid of spoilers. However, another month to reshoot and edit a video seems rather suspicious. I don't know what you guys think, but an entire month to redo a video, yeah, that's really weird. So I am hoping that this is actually a lengthy video. That I hope that we're talking about a 20 to 30 minutes long video. Then that would make sense, because if we are getting like a 5 minutes video. Can you imagine we're getting a 5 minutes video that 5 minutes video took an entire month to be redone? That would make that would make no point, right? And the issues is that they promised the Squadron 42 video, says Mike. Absolutely, right? When you promise something, you have to deliver something, and unfortunately that wasn't done, right? And not a short 5 minutes video like they always seem to do these days. All right, boom. Being active here on Spectrum. We're discussing the latest topics and what people are doing right now, what people are saying right now in Squadron on Spectrum. Let's see what else there is here. If they announce Squadron 42 is delayed for 12 months, what's your at this point? We can talk about this too. That's a very interesting topic here. It's become fairly obvious at this point that it is not coming anytime soon. Otherwise, we would have more information on it, and they would be hyping it up marketing-wise. Well, that's true. We haven't seen any commercials. We haven't seen any teaser. I mean, when was the last time we had a Squadron 42 teaser? We had this visual teaser last year, at the end of last year, and that was pretty much it, right? That was pretty much it. So yeah, it's obviously not going to come this year. I hope, one could hope that this year's online CitizenCon is going to talk about it a little bit more, perhaps. But by definition, by tradition, CitizenCon has never really been about Squadron 42. It's mostly been about Star Citizen. So we'll see. It's become very obvious that it's not coming anytime soon, based on many AAA games announcing significant delays due to the Wuhan virus and other issues. Cyberpunk, for example. I'm fully expecting CIG to announce a significant delay in the releasing even of a beta version of Squadron 42. Based on the latest information released, I'm thinking the end of Q2 next year as more likely. Are you upset? Do you care that much? Just kind of curious how many people are hanging out for Squadron 42. Personally, I'm fine with it. Plenty of other things to play in the meantime. And that's kind of the way I feel as well. I don't know what you guys think about Squadron 42, but personally, I am very hyped about Squadron 42 and the idea of having a solo a solo full-fledged experience in the Star Citizen universe. I'm very excited about this. Now, yeah, it sucks, right? The delay sucks, of course. It's annoying that we get delays. That's for sure. Every time, every time there's a delay, it's 2016, 2017, 2020, probably 2022. We don't know, right? Every time it's another way to get delays, but it also means that the game gets more polished or gets more features. So one should expect that the experience in the end is going to be better. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully, because we never know, right? We never know. So, I don't know what you guys think in the chat. I'd like to know what you guys think about Squadron 42. Who is here mainly for Squadron 42? I'm kind of like 50-50, right? Kind of like 50-50. Part of me is really stoked about Star Citizen itself and the verse and all the adventures that we can have in the verse. And there's another part of me that really wants to have that Squadron 42 experience. I want to do playthrough with you guys, live streams. I want to live stream the experience, the Squadron 42 experience, play with you guys. I want to do all of those. I want to be with Mark Hamill. You are going to be Mark Hamill's sidekick. How amazing is that going to be? That's why I cannot wait for Squadron 42 as well. That cast here is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And let's have a look at the chat here. What are you guys are saying in the chat here? It's after midnight in the US. Where do you live? Seeing you are broadcasting put a smile on my face, and I jump in right here. Thank you for your work on it. Thank you, James. That's awesome. Thank you so much. The Sinus, after Sinus, I don't know how to pronounce your name. TH3S1CN3SS. It's 50-50 here. Half for Squadron 42 and half for Star Citizen. The Eve Inspiration says, I don't see delays as a sign of better quality. It could actually mean that it is rushed due to lack of time. Possible. It's possible. Yes, James, I'm living in Taiwan, so that's why here it is indeed 3:27 now, 3:27 p.m. Yes. All right, let's keep on talking about what's going on here in the chat. What are people saying here? This seems quite interesting. I understand F nothing. Lots of replies here. So let's see what this guy is commenting. Hey, Pierre-Luc Asselin is here. You're the protagonist. You are the protagonist. Mark Hamill is the sidekick. Pierre-Luc, I think that we are going to be Mark Hamill's sidekick because he is Mark Hamill. He is Luke Skywalker. Well, not here, right? But he's Mark Hamill. So anyway, oh my goodness, this is gonna be an interesting. Should I make a French accent? Should I say this with a French accent because he says, hello there from France, OMG, I am so lost that I have no idea where to begin. First of all, I am French, however, hopefully with a good level of English. I spent 2 months in Ireland, yo, and it helps. Okay, I'll be very good. So, after spending 1,500 euros or $1,683 in a new PC, finished installing the game, pledged at least 5 years ago. I was young. I finally got my hands on the brand new version of Star Citizen, and oh my god, I got blah 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 by him. So, yeah, his English is not fantastic, but we'll see. So, why I cannot access my Mustang in Arena Commander? I spent real money for this. That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Should be able to have his Mustang, but maybe it's a bug, yeah. But at the same time, who plays Arena Commander? No offense. Why I cannot create a private offline game to slowly start the game? Oh my goodness! No, you cannot. You cannot start a private offline game. I know that a long time ago. This guy is a long time backer, and I know that a long time ago, CIGD promised that we would have eventually offline servers, but then the ability to have offline servers was scrapped. I understand nothing to controls, how to change weapons, how to select missiles and other weapons. I think that you can. I think that you can do that through in the game. You can change your controls in the games. I crashed. So how to report it? Well, you can. I think that there's a crash report right after when you crash to desktop. There's a crash report, so you can do that right after. How to join your Discord? There is no Discord. You have to go on the general here, general chat on Spectrum. And do I have to buy Squadron 42 again? No, you don't need to buy Squadron 42 again, because if you kept your original package, you still have it all from the beginning. So this young man here is a little bit confused, to say the least. Let's not answer that. That's not very interesting. We've got a message here. Star Citizen Alpha 3.10 build must be pretty bad. This one had to be coming because, it's still June 30th, not into Wave 1. And look at that. This is where you can see all the Spectrum white knights. You have got 51 face palms, 13 thumbs down, 6 middle fingers, you know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, you know, I'm going to give support to this guy. We'll give this guy a vote here because look at that. All of the white knights here jumping at this guy here. And you know, let's give this guy some support. He needs a little bit of support here. So we are going to be the white knights by helping this guy. Actually, he needs a little bit of help. He needs a little bit of help. First, the previous build was a month late, so they started working on 3.10 a bit later too. Hey, DSK Long, how are you doing? So first, we're going to reassure this guy and tell him. So then, according to what we can see on Discord, on certain servers, on certain servers, yes, there used to be some serious bugs that caused epilepsy. That's true. That's true. There used to be. I don't know if you guys have followed those patch notes here that we were sharing on this channel. Yeah, we are eradicating the comment section, Luis. Exactly. So I don't know if you guys have been following these videos over the past week, but there used to be a bug that caused players to spin completely out of control, which was causing which could cause epilepsy crisis. So that's why that's why it's still in the EOKD phase, and this was just fixed, right? So this bug was just fixed on Friday, but they still need more testing. I hope that this answers your question. All right, so now you know what we are eradicating. Actually, we are eradicating those Spectrum White Knights because these guys are not nice. You know, this is really not cool. Unnecessary drama. Come on. The guy's lost. The guy wants answers. That's because CIG is not giving answers. That's why he is posting those threads. That's exactly the reason why we are doing this live stream as well, because people want to have answers. And sorry, Annabelle Boo Huxley, you must be very new here. I think that this is very condescending. It's very condescending. It's not cool, you know. People want to have answers, and look at all these people. That's how they are reacting. Who is that? How mature is that? That's not mature at all. Is that nice? It's not nice at all. So these people here, these regular backers who are not coming to Spectrum very often, you know, they need a little bit of support here. And that's why we're bringing them. We are eradicating here those Spectrum White Knights, and we are helping the regular backers. So boom, publish here. I hope that this is gonna help here. Let's start a new trend, guys. Let's be a bit more helpful and let's be better towards one another on Spectrum. I had such a bug in 3.5. I recorded it and intended to do an epileptic music with it. Oh, David Erickson. David here says that he is excited for Theaters of War. I am super excited for Theaters of War. In fact, I've started to train a lot on Star Marine. Later today, I'll publish a compilation of Star Marine eradications. By the way, it's coming up in about 5 or 6 hours. So I hope that you guys are going to enjoy it. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game mode here with a lot of action. I can't wait for it too. There's another topic here from Tomato, by the way, who is in the chat. Tomato, I hope that you are still here. No, it's not from Tomato. Tomato is just sent the reply. It's from F Jury here. So let's talk about no, I'm not talking about so Robin says she's not new, very vocal. I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about the person from the who wrote the previous spread. Anyway, let's talk about weekly videos here and poor content. That should be an interesting one as well. So F Jury says, Am I wrong, or are some of the those videos they release are just repeating content? It feels like we now had for several weeks the vehicle feature team and sound. Remember times where we had some good updates in a week telling us what is up now, what is being worked on. But this year feels very shallow in the form of video content. Why is there a Squadron 42 being made that should just have been a monthly update, and the video has been delayed for 2 months, not just 1 month, not 2. I really wish back the last years of open development. That's my opinion here. A very interesting opinion here, by the way. He's right. He's right. I'm going to say so. I think that the OP is very right here. Video content has been overall quite lackluster, especially if we are considering how long ATV. So let's just write around the verse episodes used to be in the past. Moving from a 30 minutes to a 10 minutes, sometimes even less, occasionally longer, like the last one was, in my opinion, a major step backwards. I think so. I think it was a step backwards, a major step backwards. Especially, guys, especially if we are considering the fact that they are getting, I don't know if it's $3 or $4 million per year to create content. Are you seriously telling me that those 10 minutes Inside Star Citizen videos are costing $3 to $4 million a year? I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Especially, this year. Especially since this year we're not going to have a CitizenCon, so that backers' money is not going to go in a CitizenCon venue. It's going to be online. What is stopping CIG from spending that money and giving to us better video content? Is it because they are planning to have an uber crazy CitizenCon next year to make it up? Perhaps, but at least, they could at least tell us. That's what I think. So Elon should play Star Citizen. I know he likes to relax with games, says Elon Musk. Yes, right, absolutely. This week's Calling of Dev was exceptionally weak. They said nothing except the radial menu is going as I predicted, says Mike Philba. Yes, Mike, you're also correct. I think that sometimes, and especially the worst thing is that they don't always seem to be respecting people's choices. When people are backing certain questions, like I think that the most voted question last week was not taken in Calling All Devs, and yeah, this is kind of outrageous, and it kind of is breaking the trust, I think, at the same time. They should be respecting their words. If people are backing certain questions, they want answers, then they definitely need to be answered in Calling All Devs, I think. Tomato says he totally agrees the quality of content is terrible. It's unexcusable, says. And Tomato, here's your answer, Tomato. The content has developed into mostly PR and marketing, which is a real shame. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what, Tomato? I'm going to answer. Hey, Newbie Fire answered that as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Boom. All right. Arcade says COVID-19 equals spending money on work from home rigs for all dev staffs. Nothing stops. I think Arcade here, I don't agree with you, Arcade. I think that if you are working in a Star Citizen project, then you've got to have a rig that's good enough at home to be able to play Star Citizen. I can't imagine that you are a video game developer and you don't have a PC at home that's strong enough to do certain things. So I would find it unbelievable if the CIG staff didn't have a computer that couldn't play Star Citizen at home. True Gamer says hi. True Gamer, hi as well. Hi as well. Robin HJ says, I always assume that shorter videos is because everyone is too busy giving us the things we are screaming for. Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. So, let's see. Enregistreur says, each time I watch a video, I feel Jared's hands are tied in what he can say or show. That would be very unfortunate if that was the case. Enregistreur, I don't believe... Well, it's probably tied, and at the same time... you know, I think that there's also a little bit of the of editorial choices at the same time. For example, in the last video, Jared said talking about the last Inside Star season. Jared said, "Oh, I hope I didn't forget anything, right? Did I forget anything? Yes, you forgot something, Jared. You forgot about the barman." Why are we not getting any updates about the barman at all? And even in the Evo Caddy right now, it's not even a testing focus. So what's going on with the barman? What are the blockers? Is the barman going to be delayed? Is the barman coming in the start season of a 3.10.1? Is there going to be a start season of a 3.10.1? We want to have more answers too, but we're not getting any of these. As you said, Tomato, it's quite PR indeed. AJ says they should have virtual desktops where you can connect from home and run specs from another main desktop at the company. Absolutely, AJ. Absolutely. I think that you can do that with TeamViewer. I think that you can do that with TeamViewer, AJ, but I'm not so sure. By the way, AJ, thank you so much for becoming a subscriber here by hitting that join button. That's why we can see that little icon looking really cool. Mike says it's the hair look on Jared's face. Says yes. Jared, sometimes it's also something that DG360 often says also in his live stream. Like something's off with Jared. He seems like either he's tired or he doesn't seem sometimes happy to be there. Just the way it feels, right? In the old way, says William Lewis says, in the old days, I actually enjoyed the detailed explanations of the tech they were building that was driving how the future game would work. It is cool to see much of it having come to be, however. Yes, that's true. That's true. A lot of what we saw in the past 2 or 3 years is now in our hands. So as you said, it's really cool to see, but there's still so much. There's still so much that they can talk about, right? So, yeah, as you said. The barman and AI in general was advanced in 2015, and still NPCs can't do anything, says the Eve Inspiration. Yeah, that's a problem. I think that the problems with NPCs is because of servers. And they probably consume a lot of server resources, and that's why they're mostly disabled, I would say, right? What I would say. So let's update that general thread again, and let's see what else people are gonna say. Maybe we could talk about crime stat. That should be an interesting one here. So 2 weeks of crime stat, and this is what I have learned. So let's see what Hodo here has to say, because you guys know I'm not into crime stats. I'm not a criminal player. I'm kind of a bounty player, you know. I like to eradicate criminals in a game. So at the same time, it's good to have the opinion of somebody who is on the other side of the law. So let's see what Hodo says. I am a pirate. Ahoy! I am a pirate first and foremost. But since the last reset 2 weeks ago, I tried to do legit missions. I accidentally destroyed a 300 eye inside the 890 jump mission by shooting to kill the NPCs, so crime stat 2. By the time I finished the mission, an NPC bounty hunter was there in a hawk. He was preventing me from leaving, so I killed it, crime stat 3. Now I got a 10k bounty, and I gotta try to clear it. In a cutlass lands outside and blows my friend and submits. I killed the bounty hunter before he got me. 30k, still VS3. Oh gosh. Looks like Hodo here is having a bad time. I claim my ship, go to head out, and instantly engaged from Grimex by 2 Cutlass Blues. Kill them both. 1 more homicide because help drifted into comms range. Oh no. I head out to training with Org. Next thing I know is a Banu defender attacks me. Krias 4, another homicide. Now I just give up on trying to clear my crime stats, so in 2 weeks I have killed 65 people. Oh my goodness. Of which 10 have been non-bountyers. So 55 people. That's an interesting. This guy here, this guy's been a criminal for the last 2 weeks, and over the last 2 weeks he says that 55 people have come after him. So just this weekend, I killed 32 ships, 2 cargo ships, and 30 bounty hunters coming for that 20,000 bounty. Oh yeah. So this is where I got the issue. There's all risk and no reward for me to fight the bounty hunters that come after me. Well, of course, you're a criminal. You should go clear your crime stat. They have all rewards and 0 risk. They can earn 20,000 for killing me. I'm looking at 13 hours in the bug-infested, unimaginative instance called Clasher. So how about the time for bounty hunters to have pro-tem authorization? They die going after bounty hunting. They lose the contract, preventing them from going after one. Here, I'm sorry, Hodo. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go for facepalm, baby bottle, violin as well, clown face, laughing, and snowflake too. Here, I'm so sorry here, but we're gonna have to criticize that. So, dude, if you are a, listen, dude, crime doesn't pay. If you choose not to clear your crime stat, you choose to leave looking upon your shoulder. Yeah, that's his choice. That's his choice. Absolutely his choice. In the end, it's your choice if you want to have a risky life in the verse. Sorry about this. I didn't mean to be mean here, but I absolutely don't agree with this guy. But please, is there anyone who agrees with that? Please tell me in the chat that here. That would be very interesting. But as far as I'm concerned, I've always been saying this since the very beginning. If you choose to be a criminal, you gotta deal with the consequences, and that's why I am glad that we have the prison system right now. I'm glad that we have the prison system when the prison system works, which is not always the case, unfortunately. Sometimes you get like crime stats for nothing and then you get sent to prison. That sucks. I think that we all agree with that. Did I say looking over your shoulder? Thank you, Curveball. Thank you. There you go, right? Of course it should be over your shoulder. I need to get back in the game once 3.10 is here, says Samuel Anderson. Yeah, I think that 3.10 is going to be awesome. Ed, thank you so much for the $10, Ed. Thank you very much. Keep up with the awesome. Man, that is really appreciated. Thank you for those $10, man. Gonna drink a little bit of coffee for that. Arkan says, Hodder needs to go home and rethink his life. Gotta go home and rethink your life. Absolutely. William says, the transparency of the development has disappeared in recent years. I wonder if it's CIG over-avoiding making everyone excited about the potential gameplay loops or blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, at least he deserves some credit for avoiding eradication for that long. It's true, Pierre-Luc. Well, yes and no, because, Pierre-Luc, the thing is, I have to say that I have not played the game that much. I mean, I've played a lot of Star Marine. Which is why you're gonna have an eradication compilation video later. I'm trying to bring in some of the best. I'm trying to make like a 10-minute compilation of eradication so that we can have a little bit of fun here watching people die. But I have like 10 hours of footage that I need to condensate in at least 10 minutes. I hope that you guys will be able to see it today. So yeah, he hasn't been eradicated in game because I'm not playing in the verse so much right now. Let's see what else people are saying here. We still have about 10 minutes, so let's see what else we can talk about here. Anyone else feels out of the loop? We've been talking about that already, so not so much. Is prison mining broken? Not really. I don't think that it is really broken here. That's also a hot topic here. Randomly killing traders is not gameplay, it's griefing. I absolutely disagree with that, and we're gonna talk about it here. So we're gonna give a false spam, a thumbs down, a cross, a laugh, a clown, and there are also crybaby, baby, violin, popcorn as well. What's that? Nerd. Yeah, also. All right. Okay. So I hate to have to make this thread, and I'm sure that those who need to hear it, this don't care, and I will not read this. See, this guy doesn't want to read. He doesn't want to read opinions that don't go towards what he says here. And some people may disagree, but I'm getting pretty sick of randomly getting attacked and killed while trading. But don't trade then if you don't like it. This is not pirating. Pirates just don't randomly blow stuff up. It's terrorism! And in a game like this, I would argue it's griefing. I would argue it's griefing. If you gain nothing tangible from this activity and totally inconvenience someone else, I don't think that we should call it anything else. I do hope that the trading app will make people more inclined to try to exhort people rather than kill them. Blah, 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 blah. Let's reply. I absolutely disagree with you. Let's be polite with the guy. Let's be polite, because as much as I appreciate your courage for posting such an unpopular opinion, and again, shout out to you for doing so. I respectfully disagree with everything you are saying. All right, it's funny because what I'm saying here in the stream is like what I really think, and here I'm being a little bit polite here to the guy. Let's be a bit polite to the guy. So as much as I appreciate your courage for posting such an unpopular opinion, and again shout out to you for doing so, I respectfully disagree with everything you are saying. I think that there can be many reasons for people to kill traders at outposts without even notifying you. And this is actually gameplay that I encouraged several months ago. When it's okay if you agree with him, Josh, I'm totally fine with that. When I hired the matadors to kill everyone at Lathan and Bezdek, so I could be the only trader who could have the chance to trade there. This is something that I did. I did that once. It was expensive. It cost me 1 million alpha UEC, but oh boy, was it fun. So I hired this org, the Matadors, and they brought in everything. They brought in the 890 jumps, they brought in the Retaliators, the Eclipses, they brought in the Hammerheads, and they completely blockaded Ariel. And it was so fun because you had all these traders who were coming there to buy that juicy Laranite, and they were all blown. But at least, the good thing is that when we blew up those ships were empty, meaning that they didn't lose any money. They just lost time. They just lost time. No, I'm not going to Enregistreur. I have watched that series and I don't like it. I think that it's griefing if you let those people land. They buy stuff, and then after you blow them up and say, ha 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 ha, you lost all your money. That sucks. But if you blow people up before they buy, before they land, you just blockade the area. It's not griefing. It's a blockade. It's a blockade. So I think that it is griefing if they let you. If they let you buy cargo and then blow you up just for the fun of making you lose money, then yes. But if they blow you up to block access to the outpost, then it's a blockade. It's a blockade and not griefing, and then it's totally legit. That's my opinion here. That's my opinion. I think that if they wait for you, like if they pad ram you, for example, like just when after you buy stuff, or if they kill you after you buy stuff, they wait. Let's wait. He's going to buy. He's going to spend 1 million alpha UEC. All right, he's out. Let's kill him now. Okay, that's terrible. But if you destroy people when they're empty, they're going to latent best deck, they're empty, they're about to land, you destroy them before, that's a blockade. There's nothing wrong with that. That's my opinion, at least. So that's going to be the answer here. Boom. All right. All right. Well, I think that we've been very productive today. I don't know what you guys thought about this live stream here. A different live stream. This is not what I usually do in live streams. Normally, we talk about, you know, Inside Star Citizen, you know, or at least official videos. But we don't have Inside Star Citizen this week. Content is going to be a little bit softer, I should say, or there's going to be less content. So, so we're just, you know, chilling together and you know, talking about what people are talking about on Spectrum. So that's what we're doing in today's live stream, guys, and that's pretty much all the time I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for coming once again. Thank you so much for all the likes. Thank you so much, Ed, for the $10. That is really appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you like this this content, as it really helps this channel a lot. And I'll see you guys later for more content. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.